And hello everyone. And thank you so much for tapping in. I'm the host. I am Raquel. My name is Raquel Shelby. And welcome to another episode of Truth and Justice Tarot. And I know I don't always announce what it is, but it's always going to be put under the category of Truth and Justice Tarot here. Now, if you're new, I want to explain to you why I do this. Okay. So, number one, this is not typical celebrity gossip. We're going through the age of reveal, it's kind of been working its way up, and, stuff has just been coming out. And so, there are things going on in the public eye that are being exposed. Now, what I'm trying to do is number one, it's already out there, right? So it's not like I'm going digging and just pulling on their energy, trying to see what they're doing, because I don't care. This is not celebrity gossip. Like I said, I'm not trying to be messy, but I do roll with the whole truth and justice. So are y'all doing this weird shit? And that's what we want to get into. All the weird shit, whatever it is. But I do ask for permission first before I read these things. And sometimes I get a no, and it be a bummer. It do, because I be wanting to read it, but the point is I get a no. So if I get a no, it's a no-go. But in this case, Will Smith and Tyler Perry were okays, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. Okay. So we're not there's definitely gonna be two parts of this because there's so many questions. We can't be here an extensive amount of time. So we're going to get through part 1, and at some point we're going to resume part 2. Okay? So let me give you some background, which will be in the description also. Now, when it comes to this whole Will Smith thing and Tyler Perry thing, I what came in my mind as I'm setting up for this reading, I remember someone saying online that Will Smith plays Tyler Perry. Right? Now, when I heard this, I thought about Will Smith putting on a Tyler Perry mask. But okay, I'm gonna get to that. So someone whoever said this, they're one that would kind of be comparable in their approach. Like they would be taking the Orlando Brown approach. Now, nobody is Orlando Brown, right? Nobody does it like him quite, but they have that energy or whatever. If it wasn't him, shit, it could have been him that said it. I don't know. But I just think that it's interesting that that popped up in my head surrounding this reading. So my thing is like, at that point, I may have even taken that too literal. It could have really been saying that they move the same way among in the industry. I don't know though. Now, before we get into this stuff, I just want to say this. All things stated here are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Um, this is just the energy we're reading. We're doing this. We getting behind it. Okay. And some of the stuff, nothing is 100% for various variables. Okay. So nothing is 100%. But yeah, I won't say the rest. But yeah, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. So we're gonna get into this shit now. So when it comes to this whole Will Smith thing, according to People magazine, that's like a gossip blog if you ask me. So, it's gossip. How credible it is, I don't, can you take it to the bank? You couldn't take this shit to the bank anyway because it's not worth shit. But I'm just saying, for argument's sake, could you take this shit to the bank? Nah, maybe not. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But I don't want to, again, this is alleged entertainment. I don't want to victim shame anybody. I'm just saying, a lot of news is propaganda, entertainment, whatever it is. But let's proceed. So, a musician is suing Will Smith and his company for sexual harassment, alleging wrongful termination and retaliation. Professional violinist Brian King Joseph filed a complaint at the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, on Tuesday, December 30th, against the Bad Boy star, which is 57 years old, and Trey Boss Studios Management Incorporated. The complaint claims that Smith was deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation after inviting Joseph to join his global tour based on a true crime story, 2025 in November 2024. Okay, so that's the background on him. And then here we go, Tyler Perry. I just want to give you the backgrounds. And we're going to get to the questions, but you're going to get to the background so we can set the precedent of what can be expected or set the tone for part two. That's really what I'm doing. So Tyler Perry faces second. I'm sorry. Can't get my mouth together. Tyler Perry faces second sexual assault lawsuit for $77 million. Okay. So the latest suit claims the billionaire filmmaker subjected actor Mario Rodriguez to repeated unwanted sexual advances. Tyler Perry has been hit with a 77 million sexual assault lawsuit by a man claiming the U.S. entertainment mogul used his Hollywood power to make sexual advances after he dangled a part in 2016 comedy Boo A Madea Halloween. The lawsuit claims Perry subjected Mario Rodriguez to repeated unwanted sexual advances that allegedly include sexual battery and assault at Perry's Los Angeles home, according to the lawsuit, which claims film studio Lionsgate ignored the misconduct. It is in the previous lawsuit in recent months to accuse the filmmaker of sexual harassment. He was previously sued by another man accusing Perry of using his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive sexually exploitative dynamic. So both of these gentlemen, Perry and Will Smith, sounds like they are being accused of thinking they hot shit and this is who the fuck I am and I can have and do what I want. That's what it sounds like if I had to summarize it, but I could be wrong in my assessment. Who knows? So the point is, the questions will be around that. Those things that you heard, that's what the questions is basically. I'm basically telling you what's going on and what the questions are. Okay. So let's get into it. So let's shuffle these cards. Let me see them. Put it clear them real quick. I'll make sure if I see cards that's upside down that I flip. Cause what in the fuck? Y'all bear with me, okay? We're gonna make it. What they used to say in church. I know somehow, I know some way we're gonna make it. Y'all, I don't know. I'm Pentecostal apostolic. That's how I was raised, right? That's what I was raised in. That's not my practicing faith, but that's definitely what I was raised in. I practice being spiritually sovereign, and I acknowledge the divine creator source, infinite intelligence of all that is that lies within. Okay. All right. So, woo, we doing Will Smith first. Okay. So when it comes to Brian King Joseph, is Will Smith guilty of sexual harassment? When no, I need you to flip out. This says yes. Let me look at the cards that flipped over in the deck but didn't flip out. This one says yes. It flipped over, didn't flip out. Okay. Big Willie! What in the fuck is going on, sir? This is all alleged for entertainment. And this said yes. He got triple yeses. Ooh wee. And a lot of sacral energy, root energy. I'm sorry. He was securing this shit. He like, I'm Big Willie. Hell no. Let me stop it. All right. Let me shuffle that. So it seems like from what I'm looking at in these cars is, now allegedly he did it, and his thing is like, I'm Will Smith. Yeah. ah, is his company guilty of sexual harassment when it comes to Brian King Joseph? You got the judgment card, yes. And when we ask that, what we're saying is they're aware of what he's doing, and nobody did nothing. Yes, it's judgment being called. The alarm is being sounded on this. Oh shit! When it comes to Brian King Joseph, is Will Smith guilty of wrongful termination and retaliation? I got no with the hangman. I feel like it's not necessarily retaliation, but at this point, that's what needs to happen. If that makes sense, I don't know. Is the company guilty? No. Okay. So it doesn't. It just you see, you got no hangman and death. So I explained the hangman and death. I mean, it was just time to come to an end. That his time was up. His journey was up there. It just happened like that. That's what I'm getting right now. Again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes. Okay, so when it comes to Brian King Joseph, is Will Smith guilty of retaliation? When it comes to Brian King Joseph, is Will Smith guilty of of retaliation? See, this is like maybe fell on the side. Guess it could be looked at either way. So it was time. It wasn't a wrongful termination. His time was up. But the retaliation part of that, um, because people can retaliate in other ways, and it don't have to just be the termination part, right? But I take the retaliation when it fell. The car, the yes fell on the side. The clarity. This is a card of clarity, right? The truth. This is muddy waters. Like it's uh maybe yeah, you know. So that's how I get with that. When it comes to Brian King Joseph, Ari asked that. Lord have mercy. Move the shit down. So what is Will Smith's energy? What is Will Smith's energy? What is Will Smith's energy? What is Will? Will Smith is like, from what I'm getting, he's for the long game. Okay, he's intentional. He's patient. He's steady. He's routine. You know, he's got his eyes on the prize. His heart is really in what he does. And that's really why he does well. Now, even with that, though, that doesn't mean that he's above the bullshit. Clearly, okay. But that's what I'm getting. That's his energy. What else? What else when it comes? I mean, he got double nights. Steady pace wins the race. That's, anything else? Okay, I kind of get like, well, that pretty much sums them up. Like, you don't need to. Okay, let's see what's it. Let's these cards right here. True crime. We gonna pull them on Will Smith because we want to know his energy, right? What with these cards, we'll ask, what's his surrounding energy? What's the surrounding energy around Will Smith? What is Will Smith's surrounding energy? Okay. What's this? No, we're not gonna. Because I didn't even. Oh, I did. Well, I did keep asking it when I was showed. I'll take the secret. What else? Power supply. What else? Mind control. What else? A male. Oh, well, of course. Well, you see this male? Male, man. Mind control. We got secret. We got power supply. So some of these activities, okay, so listen. There is a certain level of mind control that these celebrities end up um, undergoing through various reasons. A ritual, um, spiritually, it's a levels to why they end up under mind control. And it's so funny because um hold on a second, let me zoom in. The fuck, I don't want my equipment toast in my picture, about to piss me off. Anywho, so they're under a form of mind control in order to keep them in order or whatever. And the the industry comes with a certain level of programming, so they're moving on the bullshit energy. That candle jerked up. They moving on the bullshit energy that they've been programmed into, right? There is a secret here that Will Smith wanted to lock away and throw away the key to. Okay. And of course we know a male is involved. But again, like this stuff, it acts somewhat of a power supply for him, you know, because for all intents and purposes, the collective views Will Smith like some kind of black superhero, for real. I mean, that's all he needed was Hancock and baby. So, he's got a certain level of energy projected toward him from the collective. So you see how that energy and attention that the collective is sending toward him is like a power supply. Does that make sense? What else is Will Smith's energy? We're 19 minutes in. See, we got gift. And we basically just got done talking about like he feels like, and he's been made to feel like he's like a gift to the world. And when I say this is not to attack, demean, diminish, belittle Will Smith. I feel like it's okay for him to be confident in himself, right? It's okay for him to feel like that. And we have free will. So whatever people do is their business, but they got to know there are consequences, whatever that be, good or bad, based on what they do. When people judging or not judging, like there's consequences. Yeah, so that's how it is. Cause I don't, I don't wish nobody any hurt, harm, or danger. I want everybody to be safe and be able to get in their covers at night. But at the same time, if you're doing some heinous shit, I mean, I didn't ask you to do it. So, hello, family. Check out my shop. I have worked intentionally to put together some items that may help you along your journey. I have 3 ebooks: Reading Made Simple, fun comprehension activities for young learners, amongst many other things that I am and do. As a substitute teacher, I realize some of our babies are struggling with comprehension, and this concerned me. Because of this, I gathered research and created this ebook. Together, we can make reading fun and easy for our children. The Mirror Within: Identifying self-sabotage and embracing accountability. When our world seems out of control, it is time to go within and evaluate some things. We could be self-sabotaging and not even realize it due to trauma and beliefs that aren't serving us. I created this tool to help bring back the balance to life. Hidden in Plain Sight Volume 1, which is basically about coming to the realization of the truth of self that was always in plain sight. For the newly developing psychics and mediums, I have Helpful Terms and Tips for Evidential Mediumship and Psychic Development, a PDF that will help you identify and develop your psychic and mediumship gifts. For my family that wants to learn how to read tarot, I have Unlocking Your Intuition, Mastering Tarot for Transformation, which is a digital class that is comprised of both a video and PDF that teaches you how to read tarot. This class covers chakras, numerology, zodiacs and elements, major and minor arcana. For those of you that are looking for tools to make your content creation easier, this even covers musicians. I have the Creator's Launchpad, free resources and must-have tools for building your brand. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for your support.